I was born in Oakland, raised a little bit in Livermore, and then pretty much at between 10 and 11, ran away to the streets of Oakland. I wouldn't say that my substance abuse really kicked off until I was like 19. It's when I was introduced to meth. Was hooking for it, got to the point to where I wanted to see what the needle was like.
I was in search of, how to get some help for my addiction issues that I had in terms of alcohol and substance abuse or substance use. Under HealthRight360, I enrolled, they accepted me. I then made 1735, it's the building where we're in right now, my home clinic.
I was about 14 when I started using marijuana. Freshman year wasn't easy. I got bullied, I guess you could say, a lot. I was very depressed. I felt alone. I thought marijuana could help me with that, but it didn't. It just made things worse, and it just caused problems with my family. I came to ours because my mom signed me up. She wanted to prevent me from going down that road, and I didn't want to see her struggle.
Once I got a hold of the needle, that was the end of it. I don't ever want to go back to not having a place to stay, not having family, not having nobody to turn to, feeling alone. I'm 42 now, so that was like, 22 years now. So I've been clean for 2 years. I spend a lot of time at Walden House, a lot of time. When I decided to get clean, I wanted to be retrained. I wanted to be trained to start over, and so when I went to Women's Hope, that's what it was. I learned how to start over, so now that I've graduated, it's almost like I'm going to college, which actually I am. If I wouldn't have went to Women's Hope, I wouldn't be able to do it. If I still wasn't connected with them, I wouldn't be able to do it. If they wouldn't have saw something in me and given me a job, I wouldn't be stepping forward. Yeah, I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for Women's Hope in Walden House. So. I wouldn't have my daughter back.
The very first memory that I can think of is when my mom got arrested when I was like 5, 7. I was very young, and she was in the room with her friends doing whatever she was doing. Out of nowhere, the police came in and arrested my mom. When I think of the first memory, it's that one.
Now she lives with me, and so I get a little bit of time before she turns 18 and she's an adult, so it's awesome.
I love my mom, and I always will, and I always have, and I'm just, excited for her and for myself because now I get to have that experience with my mom. It feels really good to have my mom back. We talk about everything, like, even though I tell her, I hate telling you stuff you tell everybody, I end up telling her anyways because I can always get good advice because my mom has been there, done that,
I would come on a regular basis every 2 weeks to 3 weeks, and we would reevaluate where I was at, and it was fantastic. I mean, really fantastic. Because often we make comparisons, if we're talking about Kaiser, and I had Kaiser, and I had Cobra, and I had other. I must say that my experience here in receiving healthcare has been just as good as, or even better than at some of the other facilities. So we have a really good report, and I have a good report with everybody that is here, and I think that's been a huge gift, really a huge gift. For a lot of people that do not have medical care, because often we feel like third-class citizens. I don't know where actually I would be without the help that I received here. I think I would actually be in dire straits.
I think Martha is really one of the sweetest counselors I've ever met. She didn't just counsel for me, she counseled for my mother, for my dad. I don't know where we would be if we had never met her. My mother is my biggest motivation. She just brought me to all the right programs where she knew I would get the help I needed. My mom and me, we used to not be able to see each other. My dad has always been the more patient one, and then my sister is always stuck in the middle somehow. She's also a big reason why I decided to just stop the crap and just grow up.
now I just want to go to school and I want to turn around, I want to help other people.
I'm proud of my mom for going to college. Seeing my mom try so hard does give me motivation with whatever I want to do, because if she can do it, so can I.
You know, I'm just grateful, very grateful. Not only to, you know, the facility, the system, you know, the health plan, but also to all the people that are really, you know, that open their hearts, that often maybe not get the, you know, the recognition.
I really want to be a therapist when I'm older because I feel like therapy really helped me. I would just want to give people that sense that, you know, it will get better. I recently heard this quote that says, "I'm so far from where I came, but yet not close enough to where I want to go," and I think that's where I am, and that quote is like the best quote I've heard ever.
There's a reason why they say it works. It works, but it's when they say you'll be a recovering addict forever, it's because you once were an addict and you fight every day to live. But the funny thing is that everybody does, whether they use drugs or not. You just feel like it singles you out, but it's not.